Cityscape Global, which recently took place here in Dubai, was hailed as the most productive to date by many developers. A recent study by IP Global and YouGov found that a growing number of UAE residents are now investing in property. Simon Gray is Managing Director of Chestertons, MENA, and he joins us here in the studio this evening. Simon, thanks for being with us.
Good evening, thank you.
Post Cityscape Global, what's your current view then on the Dubai property sector?
I think the current view is that the market is stable. It got slightly overheated towards the end of last year, then the government initiatives have cooled it down. We have sustainable supply, sustainable demand, and investors are taking a balanced view now as to where they want to invest and how they invest.
So how important are property valuations for the real estate sector at the moment?
They're crucial. They always have been. Property valuations, you look at it in terms of transparency, professionalism and standards, and those are required by the banks, by anybody who's borrowing and taking debt for property. So the market is becoming more sophisticated, the banks are demanding higher standards, and the market is responding accordingly. Is
this a new initiative to do more serious authenticated
I think
valuations?
It's been driven by government, by RERA, by some of the international institutions like the RICS, and the recognition that if you are lending large amounts of money to the real estate sector, then you need a professional valuation underlying that to give confidence to both sectors.
And mortgage providers like it as well, don't they?
Mortgage providers, very important. That's obviously a key part of the residential market here. The government has stepped in. The government and banks are very, very closely monitoring how the market is operating, and we ourselves are governed by how we operate.
Now, what do you think of infrastructure projects like the Dubai Tram, which will open in November? How important are projects like that for the real estate sector?
They're important in the long term. Obviously, Dubai has developed using a very large auto transport system. The introduction of public transport is a relatively new idea to Dubai. It will gain in popularity and use as the country develops and the infrastructure and the major projects fill in, if you like, along the coast and further inland. So it will become a vital feature. It'll take time to grow.
Now, what would you say we should be looking out for in the near term in the property sector over the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, luckily the days of rampant price increases have gone. Prices are still going up, but steadily. So the investors, if you like, the people who are buying and trying to flip within a couple of weeks or a couple of months have virtually disappeared. So you're looking now for mainly residential in good, well-located properties. Predominantly the demand is for finished properties, and it's back to basics of location, quality of finish, standard of facilities, etc.
Fantastic. We appreciate your time, Simon Gray. Many thanks.
Thank you.
UAE markets resume trading after the Eid break tomorrow. Here's a look now at the global currencies.